Thank you all so much for joining us today to honor the life and legacy of Judah Hertz of blessed memory, a beloved family man and a longtime supporter of Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran and Adi Jerusalem. We will begin our program with a few words from Major General Reserve Doron Almog, the founder and chairman of Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran. Doron, bechavod.
Good morning, the Hertz family. Itzik, Isaac, Sandy, Zev, Esther, the whole Hertz family. I would like to start by reading my eulogy from the same day that Judah passed away. And then I want to continue saying something from my heart. My dear beloved Judah, I would never have merited to know you if not for my son, Eran Zal, who passed away exactly 14 years ago, almost to this very day of your passing. Eran's purpose in this world was to bring forth the light of kindness and good inherent in the world. You were moved, touched, and enchanted by our ongoing activity on behalf of those who are completely dependent on the kindness of others, children, like my beloved Eran, who was born with severe brain damage, who never spoke or made eye contact with me, and yet was my greatest teacher. You, Judah, who built a massive business empire, understood with your sensitivity and purity of soul that children and individuals with severe disabilities were sent to this world to test our behavior. You understood that strength, money, and power are temporary deposits in this world, meant to be used to benefit the vulnerable, those for whom life had dealt a difficult blow. You understood and taught that the heart must listen to the voices of those who go unheard. You knew and believed that each one of them reflects the fragility of our lives, and that according to the measure that we act on their behalf, we become better people. When we first met, Judah, you told me that your donation would be double the required tithing, and in the final year, you said that you wanted to double and give more than you had given until now. During our last conversations, you asked to come to Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran with your whole family. You wanted to recruit all your family members to your values and beliefs. Didi, my wife, and I love to spend time with you, to walk together in the nature expanses that surrounded your home in Malibu, to discuss the many challenges facing the state of Israel in security, socially, economically, and to listen to you dissections of the economic situation in the United States and your business challenge in the world of real estate. We love to hear you talk about your family and to rejoice with you in your joyous occasions. My dear beloved Judah, I will miss you so much, my dear brother. I will miss our talks. I will miss your warm look, your caring heart, and your huge generosity. You were a symbol and inspiration of caring and kindness in this world. You are engraved deep in our hearts, my dear beloved Judah. From this point forward, your soul and the soul of our beloved son Eran will be bound together. From now on, every day that we remember our son Eran, we will also remember you and your kindness and compassionate acts in this world. May your memory be a source of inspiration and an enduring example of kindness and goodness forever and ever. I would like to add few more words from my heart. What is Judaism? What I understand what is Judaism. Judaism, it's about our religious, it's about our culture, it's about our behavior, it's about our daily life, it's about our narrative. When we are broken, when we deeply suffer of losing beloved one, we need something to take our life forward. I lost in my life my brother in the Yom Kippur War. I lost my son Eran, named after my brother. I lost a daughter, Shoam. I lost 5 members in my family that were killed in suicide bombing in Haifa. When we look for consolation, for comfort, I believe that the only answer in our life is taking action. And in our 10 commandments, it's written by the 5th commandment. It's written, כבד את אביך ואת אמך, למען יאריכון ימיך. Respect your father and your mother for extending your life. That's my translation. Itzik, Isaac, Zeev, Sandy, children, you continue the legacy of Judah. The only commandment that is written in our Bible that is return. My translation, it's about our legacy. The legacy of Judah, but it's the legacy of the Jewish people. To continue from parents to the children, to grandchildren, and on and on and on. And I would like, not only by our Judaism, I would like from the bottom of my broken heart, on a close friend, Judah. The only friend in the United States that I allow myself to sleep in his house in Malibu, in the United States, when Didi and me came to visit. I would like at this special moment to say, come on to Israel, get connected to Judah's values, and continue his legacy. May his will, may his spirit continue inspiring us forever and ever. Thank you.
It is now my honor to introduce Rabbi Shmuel Rabinowitz, Rabbi of the Western Wall and the Holy Sites of Israel, and a board member of Adi, Rabbi Rabinowitz.
משפחה יקרה, ידידים, כבוד לי להיות כאן בעדי נגב ולדבר אליכם. בפרקי אבות מובא בשם רבן גמליאל, הבן של רבי יהודה הנשיא. עשי רצונו כרצונך, כדי שיעשה רצונך כרצונו. בטל רצונך מפני רצונו, כדי שיבטל רצון אחרים מפני רצונך. אני קורא את המילים האלה ורואה בעיני רוחי את פניו המחייכות של יהודה. עשי רצונך כרצונו. יהודה היה איש עם רצון אדיר, רצון שדחף אותו להישגים אדירים. אבל מי שהכיר אותו באמת ידע שבתוך הרצון הזה, בעומק הזה, הוא הרצון להיטיב עם העולם, עם המשפחה הקרובה, עם החברים, עם הקהילה ועם העם היהודי כולו. כל מה שעשה כאן בעדי נגב, כל מעשה החסד, כל מה שעשה בכל מקום בעולם, הכל הגיע מהמקום העמוק ביותר של עשי רצונך כרצונו. מה הקדוש ברוך הוא רוצה ממני? כדי שיעשה רצונך כרצונו. הקדוש ברוך הוא עשה את רצונך כרצונו. יהודה היקר התהלך בעולם ופעל בעולם שהוא נושא בגאווה את השם הכי יהודי, יהודה. והקדוש ברוך הוא היה שותף שלו, שותף בעסקים, שותף בהצלחה, שותף בכל, שותף למשפחה הנפלאה שהשאיר. קרוב השם לכל קוראיו, לכל אשר יקראו באמת. יהודה היה איש אמת. יהודה קרא לשם באמת, והקדוש ברוך הוא תמך בשליחות שלו. חיזק אותו, עשה את רצונו כרצונך, כי רצונך היה רצונו. בטל רצונך כרצונו. ההתבטלות היא לא דבר קל. כל אחד מאיתנו רוצה למצוא את המקום שלו בעולם. לעשות רושם, ההתבטלות היא הרבה יותר קשה. כשהעולם רואה אותך כבן אדם חזק, בעל השפעה, בעל קריזמה. אבל יהודה ביטל את רצונו. כל כך ביטל. בכל השיחות שלנו הוא תמיד שאל מה עוד אפשר לעשות. מה עוד צריך, למי אפשר לעזור. זאת לא הייתה התבטלות של חוסר אונים. לא התבטלות של חוסר יכולת. להפך, התבטלות שמבינה שכל מה שיש לו בעולם נועד כדי להביא עוד טוב לעולם. הוא רק רצה להביא טוב לעולם. גם כשהחליט לתרום סכומים גדולים מאוד, הוא לא עשה רעש סביב לזה. הוא אמר לי, לא חשוב מי מודיע, תודיע אתה. אמרתי לו, יהודה, תרים אתה טלפון, תבשר אתה, אולי מישהו מהילדים שלך, אבל הוא בשלום. החשוב זה המצווה, כשאתה מודיע זה נקי לגמרי, כדי שבטל רצון אחרים מפני רצונך. מי יכול היה לעמוד בפני רצונו של יהודה? הוא סחף אותנו ברצון שלו להיטיב, רצון שהוא קיבל מהאבא שלו, זיכרונו לברכה, והוריש לילדים שלו. 10 ימים לפני פטירתו הוא סיפר לי, השלמתי את התחייבותי האחרונה לבית החולים בעדי נגב. את ההמשך יעשו הילדים שלי. התווכחנו על זה. אמרתי לו, יש לך עוד הרבה לחיות, אבל ליבו כנראה ידע יותר מאשר ליבי. הרצון של יהודה להיטיב הדביק את כולנו. הקדוש ברוך הוא ביטל את הרצון האנוכי של הרבה אנשים מפני הרצון שלו, מפני הלב הפתוח שלו לחלשים בחברה, מפני אהבת ישראל הגדולה שלו. הלב שלו היה חלש מבחינה פיזית ורפואית, אבל חזק מאוד בהטבה עם אחרים. עשי רצונו כרצונך, כדי שיעשה רצונך כרצונו. בטל רצונך מפני רצונו, כדי שיבטל רצון אחרים מפני רצונך. זה היה יהודה, והוא חסר לי כל כך. 30 יום אחרי הפטירה, ההלכה דורשת מאיתנו לצמצם במנהגי האבלות. גזירה על המת שישתכח מן הלב. אבל איך אפשר להפסיק להתאבל על יהודה? 10 ימים לפני שנפטר נפגשנו, ואני עדיין מחכה לפגישה הבאה שלנו. כאן, עם תחיית המתים. אבל גם ברגעים הקשים האלה אני חוזר אל יהודה, אל הדוגמה וההשראה שלו. יהודה שידע לצמוח מתוך הקושי והכאב, להודות על הטוב ברגעים האלה. אני רוצה גם לומר לקדוש ברוך הוא תודה. תודה על השיחות עם יהודה שהיו עמוקות. תודה על העשייה של יהודה שהיה מחובר למהות וללב, מחובר להדי ולילדים הפגועים ולעוד ועוד. תודה על החסד של יהודה שככל שהיה יותר גדול, כך הענווה שלו הייתה יותר גדולה. תודה לך הקדוש ברוך הוא על הזכות להיות קרוב אל האיש המופלא הזה. ותודה לך יהודה על הירושה שהשארת לנו, ירושה של עשה טוב, ירושה של לעשות משפט ואהבת חסד והצנע לכת עם אלוקיך, ירושה של ילדים ונכדים שהם כל כך מיוחדים, הממשיכים את מורשתך. יהי זכרו ברוך.
Singer Eli Cohen will now sing the Kel Malei Rachamim, the prayer for the soul of the departed.
אל מלא רחמים שוכן במרומים המצא מנוחה נכונה על כנפי השכינה במעלות קדושים וטהורים כזוהר הרקיע מזהירים את נשמת יהודה בן ישראל חיים שהלך לעולמו בעבור שאנו מתפללים בהד אזכרת נשמתו בגן עדן תהא מנוחתו. לכן בעל הרחמים יסתירהו בסתר כנפיו לעולמים ויצרור בצרור החיים את נשמתו. אדוני הוא נחלתו וינוח בשלום על משכבו ונאמר אמן.
We had prepared a beautiful video presentation, a virtual tour that highlights some of the many projects that Judah supported and was so passionate about. Unfortunately, the bandwidth out here in the Negev is not as it should be. We will send the YouTube link to that virtual tour to the family, to friends, to everyone who's interested after the broadcast. For right now, we're going to move on to our special guests in California. We're so grateful to the Hertz family for allowing us to pay tribute to Judah in this way, and we are so happy that you could all join us virtually. I now give the floor over to Judah's son, Yitzchak Hertz, who will say a few words on behalf of the extended Hertz family.
I guess then on behalf of my sister Sandy and my brother Zevi and myself and our families, we're very honored for a number of reasons today. Firstly, because we're honored to be able to participate in something that is L'chvod Avinu, in the honor of our father. And our father was an extraordinary example for us among so many of his extraordinary attributes. Aside from his personal devotion to us as a father, he also he created something for us to look up to, something to try and model ourselves on. And for that, I think all three of us feel very blessed and honored. Another thing that I think we all feel honored about is the ability to have a shaykhut to this organization that my father cared so much about. I think that maybe in the last decade of his life, this became perhaps his largest, philanthropic endeavor. This was something that he essentially was mekadesh his time to. He spent a great deal of his effort and his thought into his business. But the business, what did he ultimately do with the fruits of his labor was largely he gave it to organizations like these. And it wasn't lost on any of us how important charity was to him and how important this specific organization was to him. He felt very, very connected to the children that Allah supports and helps. And he told us many times what an extraordinary place this is and how grateful he was to be able to be a part of it. So it means a lot to us. What he did means a lot to us, and the fact that that the organization feels grateful and wants to honor his name means a lot to us. And we're just we're grateful that we have an opportunity to learn from him and an opportunity to try and continue his legacy of charity, concern for others, compassion. He felt real connection, emotional connection to these children. It wasn't just an exercise of giving money, and he communicated to us many times. So we just want to say thank you for doing this today and for involving us. Thank you so much.
Our background throughout this ceremony has been the Safari Petting Zoo and Therapeutic Horse Farm that Judah helped establish years ago to aid the advancement of our Adi residents. In addition to officially renaming these critical resources to be known from this point forward as the Judah Hertz, Zichron Levracha, Safari Petting Zoo and Therapeutic Horse Farm here at Adi Negev-Nahalat, Eran, we will also be designating an adjacent parcel of land as the Judah Hertz Memorial Garden. Today, on Rosh Chodesh Nisan, the first day of the Jewish month of Nisan, as we prepare for the holiday of Passover and the onset of spring, as we embrace this season of renewal, we will be designating this corner of our rehabilitative village a place with yet untapped potential and transforming it into a beautiful garden. There is no better metaphor for Judah's approach to chesed throughout his life, a legacy that will allow people of all abilities to blossom and reach their greatest potentials, year after year for generations to come. I now call again on Doron Almog, Rabbi Rabinowitz, Adi Negev Director Avi Wartzman, and Sarah Hershkowitz, Adi's Director of Marketing and International Relations, for the official unveiling of the Judah Hertz Memorial Garden at the Safari Petting Zoo and Therapeutic Horse Farm. For the benefit of those at home, I will read the sign. The Judah Hertz, Zechron Levracha Memorial Garden at the Safari Petting Zoo and Therapeutic Horse Farm. A benevolent man and a champion of people of all abilities who placed his faith in God alone. Eile Barechev, V'eile Basusim, V'anachnu B'Shem Hashem Elokeinu Nazkir.
וזכני לגדל בונים ובני בונים חכמים ונבונים אוהבי השם יראי אלוהיקים אנשי אמס זרע קודש בהשם דבקים הוי ומהירים מסוילום בתורה ובמעשים טובים ובכל מלאכת עבודת הבורא הוי ומהירים מסוילום בתורה ובמעשים טובים ובכל מלאכת עבודת הבורא אוי ומהירים מסוילום בתורה ובמעשים טובים ובכל מלאכת עבודת הבורא אוי ומהירים מסוילום בתורה ובמעשים טובים ובכל מלאכת עבודת הבורא.
I'm thrilled to report that we actually were able to get the video working again. This is a virtual tour that highlights some of the many projects that Judah supported and was so passionate about. Welcome to Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran, our one-of-a-kind residential and rehabilitative village for individuals with severe disabilities and complex medical conditions in Israel's south. Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran provides a continuum of loving care from infancy and childhood through adulthood. Here, we ensure that our more than 150 residents, children, adolescents, and adults, receive the high-level medical and rehabilitative care and educational, vocational, and social opportunities they need to reach their fullest potentials. Allow me to take you on a short virtual tour to highlight some of the unique elements of this magical place that made Judah Hertz fall in love with our mission. Children are naturally compassionate and open to new ideas. As such, it's crucial that we cultivate this sense of empathy and acceptance from a young age. Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran plays host to 2 preschool classes, one for children born with multiple disabilities and another for their non-disabled peers, local children from the surrounding towns and villages. The 2 classes are often integrated during their daily activities to promote an understanding of equity and inclusion. Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran is a crucial rehabilitative resource center for thousands of people in Israel's south. In addition to the rehabilitative therapies provided for the Adi residents, another 2,000 outpatients receive rehabilitation treatments each month, including 1,000 treatments at our state-of-the-art hydrotherapy pool. For individuals requiring rehabilitation following accidents, strokes, terror attacks, and other incidents, hydrotherapy offers a less strenuous, pain-free route to a full recovery. Powerful rehabilitation in a fully inclusive environment. Meaningful work changes everything. It provides purpose, empowerment, and joy. That's why we created the Ability Boutique. Every day, our residents look forward to their rehabilitative vocational workshops, a few fun-filled hours spent creating a beautiful assortment of Judaica, home decor, and accessories. The residents love having a job where others rely on their dedication, skill, and creativity, and they get a great deal of satisfaction from knowing that their handiwork will grace someone's home and brighten their day. They are also proud to give back to their own community, as all proceeds from the Ability Boutique help us provide them and their friends with long-term opportunities for creative exploration, life skill development, and personal growth. Judah made it his life's mission to support and empower those in greatest need. As such, he was especially proud to help establish the Therapeutic Horse Farm and Safari Petting Zoo at Adi Negev-Nahalat, Eran, which are changing the lives of our residents with severe disabilities and breaking new ground in the field of animal therapy. This perennial paradise, which will forever bear Judah's name, plays host to an impressive array of beautiful and docile creatures that aid in the advancement of our residents. By feeding, grooming, training, and playing with the animals, the Adi residents learn empathy, cooperation, and the importance of maintaining personal space. Overall, interaction with the animals helps the residents improve their motor abilities and cognitive function, allowing them to gallop headlong towards their therapeutic goals. Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran spans more than 25 acres, and every inch of this beautiful village is meticulously manicured. It is truly a feast for the eyes, with unique flowers and trees adorning every walkway and sitting area. While these expansive grounds are lush and stunning, it's the gardening program that's truly exceptional. Led by the village's head gardener, Chemi Lifshitz, all of the village's exquisite foliage is lovingly tended to by individuals with disabilities. Through this innovative program, 26 gardeners with special needs, both women and men, are provided with real and meaningful employment, a fair wage earned within a supportive social framework. Israel is home to nearly 9 million people, yet there are fewer than 850 rehabilitative hospital beds in the entire country, and none of them are in Israel's southern region. Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran's neuroorthopedic rehabilitative hospital, which will include 108 rehabilitative hospital beds, aims to solve these problems while also helping the Negev bloom. Thanks to the support of multiple government ministries, JNF USA, and international donors, the hospital will increase the number of Israel's rehabilitative hospital beds dramatically, bring quality care to the residents of the South, create more housing and jobs in the Negev, and lay the groundwork for the establishment of fully inclusive communities across the country. Judah was inspired by the hospital's projected impact and saw it as a rare opportunity to make the greatest possible impact for people from all backgrounds and levels of need. Actionable research is powerful. Through partnerships with Ben-Gurion University, the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab, Johns Hopkins University, the Sheba Medical Center, the Weizmann Institute, and the Irbid National University in Jordan, researchers at the Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran Translational Research Lab are studying the trauma and recovery of everything from car accidents to COVID-19. In addition to enhancing care at Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran through the immediate implementation of research findings, the research will also be shared with hospitals across the country and around the world to improve global best practices, changing the face of rehabilitative care in Israel and beyond. A true champion of people of all abilities and a proud member of the Adi family, Judah chose to invest in the exceptional special education program at Adi Negev-Nahalat Eran's sister center, Adi Jerusalem, as well. Thanks to this generous support, a new classroom wing at Adi Jerusalem, including 3 state-of-the-art kindergarten classrooms and a shared play area, was established to help provide some of Adi's youngest residents and external students with a critical framework for ongoing special education and individualized growth and development, providing them with the tools and opportunities to reach their greatest potentials. To learn more about Adi and to donate, please visit adi-israel.org. We thank you all so much for joining us today to honor the memory of Judah Hertz, a dear friend and a noble and benevolent man who made it his mission in life to support and empower those in greatest need. Though he has passed, his legacy lives on. May his memory be for an eternal blessing for the Hertz family, the Adi family, and the entire Jewish nation.
Thank you.
אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח אני מאמין, ואף על פי שיתממע עם כל זה, אחכה לו, בכל יום שיבוא, בכל יום שיבוא, ואף על פי שיתממע עם כל זה, אחכה לו, בכל יום שיבוא, בכל יום שיבוא.